Hi everybody, today I'm going to be reviewing the Flora Underbust corset, which is part of the Affordable Excellence line from Corset Connection. So here's the front, the side, the back, and the other side. The center front of this corset is 11¼ inches high. From the princess seam, from under the bust down to the lap area, is 10 inches, so your torso length should be at least this long if you want to be able to sit down comfortably in this corset. The side seam is a little bit shorter, it's 9 inches high, and in the center back, it's 11½ inches high. In terms of the circumferential measurements, today I'm wearing a size 24 corset. The underbust is 28 inches, and the bottom here at the hips is about 32 inches. So the rib cage is 4 inches larger than the waist, and the hips are about 8 inches larger than the waist. So right now I'm wearing it with about a 2-inch gap in the back to accommodate my ribs and hips, because I won't go down any more than this. The silhouette is very smooth and sloping. I would definitely call this a modern slim silhouette. So if you have a very up and down figure as I do, you can get a couple of inches waist reduction in this. If you're more of an apple shape and your waist measurement is the largest circumferential measurement compared to your rib cage and your high hips here, you might actually get more of a reduction in this. And this might be a good place to start, as opposed to starting with an extremely curvy corset that would flare quite badly at the top and bottom edges. However, if you are a natural hourglass figure and your hips are already like 6 or more inches larger than your waist, then I would probably go with a curvier style corset than this one. This corset is cut straight across at the upper edge here, and it swoops down a little bit over the tummy at the lower edge. When I turn to the profile, it doesn't actually bow outwards that much. The busk is quite rigid, so it can control a little bit of lower tummy, but not quite as much as I would expect, say, a full long line corset would be able to. So here is the Flora Underbust laid flat on the table, and for the materials, it's 2 main layers. The fashion fabric is this ivory brocade, and this is interfaced for extra strength, and then the lining inside is cotton twill. And here's what the label looks like. It says Corset Store by Corset Connection, size 24. Here is the fiber content and the cleaning instructions. The corset is made with a 6-panel pattern. 1, 2, 3 make the front, 4, 5, 6 makes the back, and this was constructed using the sandwich method. So you can see that it is double boned on the seams here, and the bones are sandwiched in between the 2 layers. And if I turn the corset on an angle here, you might be able to see the outline of the waist tape. It's 1 inch wide and visibly stitched between the layers, and it starts a little bit past this seam between the first and second panels here. The seam of this boning channel actually helps to hold it down as well, and it extends right back to the back grommets. Here's a close-up of the binding made from bias strips of matching ivory brocade here. It's machine stitched on the outside and on the inside here. Quite a large top stitch on both sides. You can also see that it has 6 garter tabs, 3 on each side. The Modesty panel in this corset is a little over 6 inches wide, and I would say it's about 4 inches of usable space. It is unstiffened. It's finished in the same ivory brocade and the white cotton twill on the inside here, and it is attached to one side of the corset with just a regular seam. So if you don't like the Modesty panel, you can just use a seam ripper to remove it. There is no Modesty placket in the front. The busk in this corset is 9¼ inches long and has 5 loops and pins, all equidistantly spaced. The loops and pins are a little bit larger in a different shape than what I'm accustomed to, so I'm wondering if they actually have their busks custom made for this line of corsets. The busk, or the bone of the busk, is 1 inch wide on each side, and it is a little bit flexible, but not as flexible as the standard flexible busks that you see in many other corsets. There are 24 bones total in this corset, 12 on each side, not including the front busk. They're all attracting by magnet, so I'm fairly confident that they're all made from steel. So double boned on the seams here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I believe these are all 1/4 inch wide spiral steels. And then in the back here, sandwiching the grommets, are 2 flat steel bones. Here's a close-up of the grommets in the back. There are a total of 24 of them, 12 on each side. They are equidistantly spaced, about 1 inch apart. I believe they are size 0 because the internal diameter is a little bit larger. Has a small to medium flange around them, but they seem to be holding in fairly well. And here's a close-up of the back. So the washers are about the same size as the top part of these grommets. And yeah, they are 2-part washers. I do see a seam there. It's rolled differently compared to some other grommets that I've seen. There are a few splits in them, and they do catch on the laces. The laces themselves I find to be the type to catch quite easily. So if you have some more densely woven flat polyester or nylon laces that you can replace them with, I would definitely prefer that. The Flora Underbust corset is available in black satin, ivory satin, black brocade, and of course ivory brocade, and it is $99 on the Corset Connection website. And this concludes my review of the Flora Underbust from Corset Connection. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something new. If you did, please remember to click that like button down there and help support the channel. If you have any comments or questions about this corset or Corset Connection in general, feel free to leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to get back to you. And I will see you all for the next video. Bye.